Before the world sees your wins, your soul has to feel your work. It's the reps nobody applauds that produce the wins that do, all through a shifting of your identity into a dominator. This is all done in the dark every single day. So let me be your guide as I welcome you to this episode of the Dark Work Daily. Hey, Friday's here. Today is about being a winner. What does that mean, right? What does it mean to be a winner? Man, winning is everything. I mean, because they talk about, can you win at life, win at a game? Can you win? Being a winner. There's also a mentality around what a winner is. Win anything, win a race. You know, it's this thing where if you can win something, it gives you a space of success that grows into something else. You know, and honestly, how you win matters. There's something to the how you win or how you get yourself in a position to win that actually it matters too. I don't even know 100% why I believe this, but I believe winning solves everything. Even if it's just a small win in your own life to navigate a problem, we call that a small win. You want to lose 30 pounds? Losing a pound is a small win, you know? But then there's the bigger game of life, the broader scale of life, and the winning is required. You have to play the game to win. When I used to play football, there was always these ways we'd play, and I know there's, teams I'd play on and be part of and teams I'd play against. And the interesting thing is whenever you played in these games, it's a way to win. And here's what the thought was. You do not want to play a game not to lose. It's called playing it safe. You don't win a game by going, I'm going to do enough to not lose this. You go, I am trying to win. If I'm trying to win, then I will not be losing. Like I said, playing to win is different than playing not to lose, because I'm playing actively, proactively, attacking to win, as opposed to playing just enough to not lose. Because when you're playing against someone who's trying to win, you're trying not to lose, the person playing to win usually wins. And see, submitters in the world, they move forward with whatever options are in front of them. They navigate that thing and they do it, right? And it's kind of like playing not to lose. Dominators, though, they choose to chase down what they want. They're playing to win. It's not about what if I lose. It's about I'm going to win this game, right? And I want you to be challenged to stop, but I want you to think about your decisions. Are you building forward towards something or avoiding the worst case scenario? This is the idea of playing to win or playing not to lose. See, on one side, you may be playing not to lose. Other side, playing to avoid the worst case scenario. I know for me, a lot of different situations I've experienced in life, and I've had fun, crappy, all of it in between. And I usually oftentimes share stories about business and life, and it's always a mixture of both, but I do know there's a lot of stories that I don't tell. And I don't know if I'm going to go deep into one of them because there's so many I could tell. But I know there's a space where me and my youngest son, we had these kind of embattled relationship feelings for a lot of years. Torian, I love the dude more than I can imagine you could imagine, but the dude is just he's my back and forth, he's my sharpening stone, we'll call it. And when I'm playing in the relationship to not lose, what I'm doing is I'm gonna try just not to piss him off, and I'm gonna try not to get in his way, not to slow him down, right? And that doesn't serve him. I want to win in this relationship. Winning means I proactively show up. I schedule time. I communicate. I have discussions. I talk things through. I am proactively trying to win in the relationship in a sense of win the love, win the connection, win those things, right? Not win like the favorite parent award. I'm not saying that. But I want to win in that role. I want to win in that part of his life, If I'm playing not to lose, I'm going to do things that are going to keep me in a space where I'm kind of at a distance. I'm like his dad, but he don't know his dad. I don't like that. I want to know him, and to win means to pursue his heart. And so I push forward. I want to know about his thoughts and his ideas. And recently it was kind of cool. We had a chat. It was about relationships and girl stuff and nothing crazy, but it was just me imparting upon him thoughts. And in the discussion, I got to be in his heart a little bit. And I believe also it'll help him win long term, because the language I use around relationships is you find one, and when you're with that one, you're with that one. Trucks men are good men. Trucks men are integrous men. Trucks men do not cheat. Trucks men don't get around people who do funky things that make it weird or put us in funny spots. And I believe that discussion clarified a situation he was kind of battling. And I believe it was a win for him to be able to know when he should say no to something and when he should speak up of something and when he should do X, Y, and Z. He'll win in that space in his life. I believe he'll have the ability. He's not going to play not to lose. To play not to lose, and that's like, I'm going to do the thing and hope I don't get caught. No, you play to win with your integrity, who you are as a man. All you got looking back at you, who the man you are when you look back at yourself. If you don't like that man because that man did something crazy, it's tough. You don't want to be there. We have these discussions, but in doing so, I got to win his heart as opposed to trying just not to be in a space of discomfort or difficulty, just not to say the wrong thing. That's playing not to lose. Playing to win means I went forward and I tried to create an amazing experience for his life, an amazing feeling for our lives, an amazing outcome that could be great for our lives later on. That's the intentionality. That's the intention around how I show up everywhere in my life. Same as you got to do. Like, you can't just show up and go, I'm going to try not to lose this business deal. No, I'm going to try to win it. You got to try to win the business deal, right? I'm going to try not to lose my job. No, win the job. Be so damn good at your job that people go, you need a promotion. Not play just good enough to not get fired. Like, think about that. What if somebody was around you that worked just good enough to hopefully not be fired versus someone who's trying to be phenomenal at that role? Yeah, they're both not fired, but one is killing it. Having an amazing time. People love what they're doing. They're making great progress. They're getting the high fives and the awards and the accolades, where somebody else is just sitting around hoping not to get fired, playing not to lose. And eventually, what's crazy is a person playing not to lose, they do lose. Like, they fall off the wayside. They didn't go above and beyond to a certain level. And when you understand this is a life lesson for all parts of your life, it's just the framing of what winning is versus losing is in the situation. Who's the opposite teams. Like, when you figure those nuances out, it all plugs in the exact same. But your job is to figure out exactly how I can find myself in the journey and play to win, not play not to lose. If you play to win this game of life, you will win the game of life. You play not to lose, you'll watch other people win. The choice is always yours. So, you're going to play to win or play not to lose. If this episode stirred something in you, good. That means there's work to be done. Don't ignore it, because listening is just the beginning. Because real change happens when you engage and you commit. So I invite you to join the Dark Work community inside the Dark Work app, which is where you communicate with amazing people on the same journey as you. You can find it on the App Store and the Google Play Store right now. Step into the conversations that sharpen your habits, strengthen your identity, and keep you locked in to the Dark Work.